3 signs. Your twin flame is coming back. Don't ignore these. Stop what you're doing right now. If you've been feeling a strange pull in your chest, if you've been waking up at 3:33 a.m. thinking about them, if you keep seeing their name everywhere, this video might change everything. Welcome back to Beyond the Veil. I'm Michael Smith, and what I'm about to share with you isn't just theory. This is based on real twin flame reunions I've witnessed, including my own experience that left me speechless. But before we dive into these 3 undeniable signs, I need to ask you something crucial. Have you been in separation from your twin flame? Are you tired of wondering if they're coming back? Are you sick of false hope and empty promises from other spiritual teachers? Good, because today I'm giving you the raw truth. No sugarcoating, no spiritual bypassing, just the real signs that your twin flame is preparing to return. And here's the thing, if you ignore these signs, you might miss the window. Your twin flame operates on soul timing, not your timing, so pay attention to every word I'm about to say. But first, let me tell you about Sarah, Historia de Impacto. Sarah came to me 6 months ago, devastated. Her twin flame had ghosted her after the most intense connection she'd ever experienced. Sound familiar? She was seeing 1111, 222, 333 everywhere. She was having vivid dreams about him. But everyone told her to move on and forget about him. I told her to wait, to watch for the signs. 3 weeks later, he reached out. They're together now. Why? Because she recognized the signs I'm about to share with you. But here's what makes this even more powerful. The signs aren't just about them coming back. They're about you being ready to receive them. Because here's the truth no one tells you. Your twin flame doesn't come back because you want them to. They come back because your soul is calling them home. So let me ask you this. Are you ready to recognize when your soul is sending out that call? Are you prepared to know when the universe is aligning your reunion? Then let's dive into the 3 signs that never lie. Sign number 1, the energetic activation. Sign number 1 is what I call the energetic activation, and it's the most powerful sign that 99% of people completely miss. But first, let me ask you something. Have you been feeling electricity in your body? Like there's energy running through your veins that wasn't there before? Have you been more sensitive to everything? Lights seem brighter, sounds seem louder, emotions feel more intense? This isn't random. This is your twin flame energy awakening. The science behind it. Here's what's happening. When your twin flame is preparing to return, your shared energy field starts activating. Think of it like 2 magnets getting closer. The pull gets stronger. You start vibrating at a higher frequency because your soul knows reunion is coming. Your chakras begin spinning faster, your psychic abilities heighten. But here's the kicker. This energy activation happens to both of you simultaneously. While you're feeling this electric energy, they're feeling it too, and it's driving them crazy. The physical symptoms. Let me get specific. Are you experiencing any of these? Sudden heart palpitations when you think of them. Your heart chakra is opening wider to receive them. Pressure in your chest that feels like someone is sitting on it. That's your soul recognizing its other half is stirring. Tingling in your hands or feet. Your energy body is expanding to match their frequency. Unexplained heat waves or sudden cold chills. Your nervous system is preparing for energetic merger. If you're experiencing even one of these, your twin flame's energy is already reaching out to you. The emotional roller coaster. But the energetic activation isn't just physical. Emotionally, you become a complete mess. And I mean that in the best way possible. 1 minute you're euphorically happy thinking about them. The next minute you're crying because you miss them so much. Sound exhausting? It is, but it's also necessary. This emotional intensity is your heart chakra expanding. It's making room for the love that's coming. The bigger the emotional waves, the closer the reunion. The activation timeline. Now here's what most people don't understand. The energetic activation doesn't happen overnight. It builds over time. Week 1 to 2, subtle energy shifts. You feel different but can't pinpoint why. Week 3 to 4, physical symptoms intensify. You know something is happening. Week 5 to 8, emotional intensity peaks. You feel everything amplified. Week 8 plus, energy stabilizes at a higher frequency. You feel powerful and aligned. Where are you in this timeline right now? Pay attention, because this timing matters. How to work with this energy. Here's the practical part. Don't fight this activation. Embrace it. Meditate daily to help your system integrate these energy upgrades. Journal about what you're feeling. Your emotions are giving you intel about the reunion timeline. Eat high-vibration foods. Your body needs premium fuel for this energetic upgrade. And most importantly, don't try to contact them during this phase. Let the energy build. Let it get so strong that they can't ignore it anymore. Sign 2, the Synchronicity Storm. Sign number 2 is what I call the Synchronicity Storm, and when this hits, you'll know beyond any doubt that something massive is shifting. But let me ask you first, have you been seeing their name everywhere? Their birthday numbers? Songs that remind you of them playing randomly? Have you been having conversations with strangers who somehow bring them up, running into people from your shared past? This isn't your imagination playing tricks on you. This is the universe preparing you for their return. The universe's communication system. Here's how it works. When a twin flame reunion is approaching, the universe literally rearranges reality to prepare both of you. Synchronicities are the universe's way of saying, pay attention, something big is coming, get ready. But not all synchronicities are created equal. There are specific types that signal twin flame return, and I'm about to break them down for you. Type 1. The name game. Their name starts appearing everywhere, on coffee cups, billboards, in conversations, on TV shows, in books you're reading. This happens because your subconscious mind is being prepared to see them again. The universe is literally programming your awareness. Sarah, I mentioned earlier, she saw her twin flame's name 47 times in 1 week. I told her to count. 17 days later, he called. Type 2. The number codes. You start seeing specific numbers related to them. Their birthday, your anniversary, the time you first met. But it's not just seeing these numbers once or twice. It's seeing them everywhere. On clocks, receipts, license plates, addresses. The most common twin flame return numbers, 1111, 222, 333, 555, and 777. Each one has a specific message. 1111 means reunion is in progress. 222 means have patience, timing is perfect. 333 means your guides are orchestrating the reunion. 555 means major changes coming. 777 means divine intervention is at work. Type 3, the memory triggers. Random people start mentioning places you went together, songs you shared, inside jokes you had. You'll be minding your own business when someone brings up the exact restaurant where you had your first date or mentions the movie you watched together. This happens because the universe is activating your shared memories. It's preparing your heart to open again. Type 4, the mutual connections. People from your shared past suddenly reappear. Mutual friends reach out randomly. Someone mentions seeing them or asks how they're doing. This is the universe rebuilding the bridge between you. These people are unconscious messengers preparing the path for reunion. The synchronicity intensity scale. Here's how to measure if a synchronicity storm is building. Level 1. You notice their name once or twice a week. Level 2. You see multiple signs daily, but dismiss them as coincidence. Level 3. The signs become so obvious you can't ignore them anymore. Level 4. Every day brings multiple synchronicities. You feel like the universe is shouting at you. Level 5. The synchronicity storm reaches peak intensity. This is when reunion is imminent. What level are you experiencing right now? Be honest. The synchronicity trap, but here's where people mess up. They try to force synchronicities or manufacture meaning where there isn't any. Real twin flame synchronicities feel effortless. They surprise you. They give you chills. They make you go, there's no way that's a coincidence. Forced synchronicities feel desperate. You're searching for them instead of receiving them. Trust me, when the real synchronicity storm hits, you won't need to look for signs. They'll be impossible to miss. How to respond to synchronicities. When synchronicities start appearing, don't chase them. Acknowledge them. Say, thank you, universe, I see the sign. I'm ready for what's coming. Keep a synchronicity journal. Document everything. New patterns will emerge that show you the reunion timeline. Most importantly, don't contact your twin flame because of synchronicities. Let the synchronicities build to critical mass. When the time is right, they'll reach out. Sign 3, the soul calling. Sign number 3 is the most powerful and the most misunderstood, the soul calling. And if you're experiencing this, your reunion isn't just possible, it's inevitable. But first, let me ask you something deep. Do you feel like part of your soul is missing? Like no matter what you do, there's an emptiness that nothing can fill? Have you tried dating other people only to feel like you're betraying yourself, like no one else even comes close to what you shared with your twin? Do you wake up some mornings feeling like you had a conversation with them in your dreams, even though you can't remember the details? This isn't attachment. This isn't codependency. This is your soul calling its other half home. Understanding soul calling. Here's what most people don't understand. Twin flames aren't just romantic partners. They're two halves of the same soul experiencing separation to learn unconditional love. When separation happens, both halves feel incomplete. But when reunion approaches, the soul calling intensifies. It's like a magnetic pull that gets stronger as reunion gets closer. And it's happening to both of you simultaneously. The dream connection. The first way soul calling manifests is through dreams. But these aren't ordinary dreams. You dream about them almost every night. The dreams feel more real than your waking life. You wake up feeling like you actually spent time together. Sometimes you dream about conversations you're having. Other times you're just together, feeling that familiar peace. Here's the powerful part. These dreams are often happening simultaneously. While you're dreaming about them, they're dreaming about you. Sarah told me she dreamed about her twin flame 3 nights in a row before he contacted her. Later, he told her he'd been having vivid dreams about her too. The telepathic communication. The second manifestation is telepathic communication. And before you roll your eyes, hear me out. You start having full conversations with them in your mind. You know what they would say in certain situations. You feel their emotions even when they're not around. You might be going about your day when suddenly you feel sad for no reason. That's you picking up on their emotional state. Or you might get a sudden urge to go somewhere or do something, and later find out it was connected to them somehow. This happens because as reunion approaches, your telepathic connection reactivates. You start tuning into each other's frequency again. The soul recognition. The third manifestation is soul recognition, and this one will give you chills. You start seeing them in other people, not physically but energetically. You'll meet someone and think, they remind me of, even though they look nothing alike. You see couples that trigger intense emotions because they mirror your twin flame connection. You watch movies or read books about soulmates and feel like someone is telling your story. This happens because your soul is recognizing its other half everywhere. It's preparing you to recognize them when they return. The unconditional love activation. But here's the deepest level of soul calling. You start feeling unconditional love for them despite everything that happened. All the anger fades, All the hurt transforms into understanding. All the resentment dissolves into compassion. This doesn't happen because you're naive or desperate. It happens because your soul remembers that separation was necessary for growth. When you reach this level of unconditional love, you become irresistible to your twin flame. They feel the shift in your energy and can't stay away. The soul calling timeline. The soul calling intensifies in phases. Phase 1. Missing them feels like homesickness. You know something is missing but can't fix it. Phase 2. Dreams become more frequent and vivid. You feel their presence even when awake. Phase 3. Telepathic communication opens. You start receiving their thoughts and emotions. Phase 4. Soul recognition peaks. You see them everywhere and in everything. Phase 5. Unconditional love activates. All resistance dissolves. This is when they return. Which phase resonates most with where you are right now? The telepathic communication. The second manifestation is telepathic communication, and before you roll your eyes, hear me out. You start having full conversations with them in your mind. You know what they would say in certain situations. You feel their emotions even when they're not around. You might be going about your day when suddenly you feel sad for no reason. That's you picking up on their emotional state. Or you might get a sudden urge to go somewhere or do something, and later find out it was connected to them somehow. This happens because as reunion approaches, your telepathic connection reactivates. You start tuning into each other's frequency again. The soul recognition. The third manifestation is soul recognition, and this one will give you chills. You start seeing them in other people, not physically but energetically. You'll meet someone and think, they remind me of, even though they look nothing alike. You see couples that trigger intense emotions because they mirror your twin flame connection. You watch movies or read books about soulmates and feel like someone is telling your story. This happens because your soul is recognizing its other half everywhere. It's preparing you to recognize them when they return. The unconditional love activation. But here's the deepest level of soul calling. You start feeling unconditional love for them despite everything that happened. All the anger fades, all the hurt transforms into understanding, all the resentment dissolves into compassion. This doesn't happen because you're naive or desperate. It happens because your soul remembers that separation was necessary for growth. When you reach this level of unconditional love, you become irresistible to your twin flame. They feel the shift in your energy and can't stay away. The soul calling timeline. The soul calling intensifies in phases. Phase 1. Missing them feels like homesickness. You know something is missing but can't fix it. Phase 2. Dreams become more frequent and vivid. You feel their presence even when awake. Phase 3. Telepathic communication opens. You start receiving their thoughts and emotions. Phase 4. Soul recognition peaks. You see them everywhere and in everything. Phase 5. Unconditional love activates. All resistance dissolves. This is when they return. Which phase resonates most with where you are right now? How to respond to soul calling. Don't fight the soul calling. It's not weakness, it's recognition of truth. Use meditation to strengthen your telepathic connection. Set aside time daily to communicate with their soul. Send them love from your heart chakra. Not attachment, not neediness, pure love. Work on healing yourself. The deeper you heal, the stronger the soul calling becomes. And trust the timing. Your soul knows when reunion is meant to happen. When all three signs align. Now here's where it gets really interesting. What happens when all three signs appear simultaneously? When energetic activation, synchronicity storms, and soul calling all align, reunion becomes inevitable, not possible, inevitable. But here's what you need to understand. This alignment doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you are ready. The perfect storm. I call it the perfect storm, when all three signs reach peak intensity at the same time. Your energy is electric, synchronicities are everywhere, and your soul calling is so strong you can barely function. This is when your twin flame can't ignore the pull anymore. Their soul starts calling yours just as loudly. The energetic pull becomes so strong that staying away becomes more painful than coming back. The reunion timeline. When all three signs align, reunion typically happens within 2 to 8 weeks. Here's how it usually unfolds. Week 1 to 2, the intensity builds. You feel like you're going crazy with all the signs. Week 3 to 4, a breaking point. Either you reach out, they reach out, or the universe orchestrates a coincidental meeting. Week 5 to 6, communication resumes. It might be awkward at first, but the connection is undeniable. Week 7-8, the reunion solidifies. You both acknowledge that this connection is bigger than both of you. The readiness factor. But here's the crucial part. Reunion only happens when both twins are ready. You might be experiencing all three signs, but if they haven't done their inner work, they'll resist the call. Conversely, they might be ready, but if you're still operating from fear or desperation, the timing won't be right. The universe waits for perfect alignment, not just of signs, but of souls. Common mistakes during alignment. Here's where most people mess up during the perfect storm. Mistake number 1, they get impatient and reach out too soon, disrupting the natural flow. Mistake number 2, they doubt the signs and talk themselves out of believing. Mistake number 3, they try to force the timing instead of trusting divine orchestration. Mistake number 4, they focus on reunion instead of their own healing and growth. Don't make these mistakes, trust the process. The deeper truth about twin flame return. Now let me share something that might shift your entire perspective on twin flame reunion. Your twin flame isn't coming back because you want them to. They're coming back because you've become who you needed to become. Every day of separation has been preparing you for reunion. Every lesson you've learned, every wound you've healed, every level of consciousness you've reached, it's all been leading to this moment. The separation purpose. Here's why separation was necessary. You needed to learn to love yourself unconditionally before you could love them unconditionally. You needed to heal your abandonment wounds, your attachment issues, your fear of intimacy. You needed to discover your own wholeness so you wouldn't lose yourself in the connection again. And they needed to do the same work. The reunion readiness test. Ask yourself these questions honestly. Can you be happy without them? If not, you're not ready. Have you healed your core wounds? If not, reunion will just trigger them again. Do you love yourself as much as you love them? If not, the dynamic will be imbalanced. Are you willing to let them go if that's what's best for both of you? If not, it's attachment, not love. These aren't easy questions, but they're necessary ones. The spiritual upgrade. Here's what happens when you truly become reunion ready. You undergo a spiritual upgrade. Your vibration elevates. Your consciousness expands. Your heart opens to depths you didn't know existed. You become magnetic not just to your twin flame, but to all high vibrational experiences. This is why the three signs appear when they do. They're confirmation that you've reached reunion readiness, practical guidance for reunion preparation. So how do you prepare for your twin flame's return? How do you make sure you're ready when the signs align? Daily practices. Every morning, do this simple routine. 1. Meditate for 20 minutes. Connect with your own soul first. 2. Journal about your emotions. What are you feeling and why? 3. Send love to your twin flame energetically, not neediness, pure love. 4. Set an intention for your day. I am open to receiving my highest good. Healing work. Focus on these areas of healing. abandonment wounds, work with a therapist, or do shadow work to heal fear of being left. Self-worth issues. Practice daily affirmations and self-care rituals. Communication patterns. Learn healthy conflict resolution and emotional expression. Attachment styles. Understand your patterns and work towards secure attachment. Energy management. Keep your vibration high with these practices. Eat high vibrational foods, fresh fruits, vegetables, pure water. Exercise regularly to move stagnant energy through your body. Spend time in nature to ground and recharge your energy field. Limit exposure to low vibrational content, negative news, toxic people, drama. Trust building. Learn to trust the process. Create a sacred space for your twin flame connection. Light candles, keep crystals, create an altar. Practice surrender daily. Say, I trust divine timing. I trust the process. I trust love. Keep a gratitude journal focused on your twin flame journey. Find the gifts in the separation, what to expect when they return. When your twin flame finally reaches out, what should you expect? How should you respond? The initial contact. The first contact might be subtle. A like on social media, a text asking how you are, a mutual friend mentioning them. Don't overreact. Respond from your healed, whole self, not your desperate, needy self. Keep it light and positive. Show them you've grown and healed during the separation, the reunion phase. Reunion isn't instant bliss. There might be awkwardness, testing, cautious optimism. Both of you have grown and changed. You need time to get to know each other again. Don't rush into old patterns. Create new, healthier dynamics based on who you've become. The new dynamic. The post-reunion relationship will be different from what you had before. More mature, more conscious, more spiritually aligned. Based on choice rather than compulsion, love rather than need. Focused on growth and service rather than just personal fulfillment. This is what you've been preparing for. This is why the separation was necessary. Closing power message. Before we end, I want to leave you with this truth. If you're experiencing any of these three signs, energetic activation, synchronicity storms, or soul calling, your twin flame is coming back. The question isn't if, the question is when, and that timing depends on both of you reaching readiness simultaneously. Your job isn't to force reunion. Your job is to become the highest version of yourself. Your job isn't to chase signs. Your job is to trust the process. Your job isn't to convince them to come back. Your job is to be so aligned with your truth that they can't resist the call of your soul. The final truth here is what I know for certain. True twin flames always find their way back to each other. Always. It might not happen on your timeline. It might not happen how you expect. But if this is a real twin flame connection, reunion is inevitable. The universe doesn't create twin flame connections to keep them apart. It creates them to show the world what unconditional love looks like. Your next steps. So here's what I want you to do right now. Comment below and tell me, which of these three signs are you experiencing? Be specific. Are you feeling energetic activation? What physical symptoms are you having? Are you in a synchronicity storm? What signs keep appearing? Are you experiencing soul calling? How is it manifesting for you? I read every comment, and I'll give you personalized insight about your reunion timeline. And if this video resonated with you, if it gave you hope and clarity, share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Subscribe if you want more twin flame truth without the spiritual bypassing. Hit that notification bell because next week, I'm sharing the 3 things you must never do when your twin flame starts showing signs of return. Remember, your twin flame journey is sacred. Your love is real. Your reunion is possible. Trust the signs. Trust the process. Trust love. I'll see you beyond the veil.